Hey everybody, it's Big Daddy. So I'm back, Big Daddy and friends. And let me tell you something. I got a great surprise for everybody. I got a great treat. I am a little biased, okay? Everybody understands that and knows that. And let's just start off with, here's a starter. Ready? Okay, you see that? Now, this is a great honor and a pleasure, but joining us is New York Giants General Manager Joe Schoen. Come on, Joe. Welcome to Big Daddy and Friends.
Thanks for having me, Big Daddy. How you doing?
I'm doing good, man. You know, I'm letting all the world know, listen, I support, I'm a little biased. That's okay. It's been like that.
No,
And
that's good. That's good. We appreciate your support.
yeah, and obviously, you know who I'm cheering for. So anyway, so let's tell everyone a little bit about you, okay? Obviously, you and I have history. I know where you came from, but let's tell people, you played college football. Where did you do that at?
Yeah, I played college football at DePaul University. It's a Division III school in Greencastle, Indiana. I was a high school quarterback, played football, basketball, baseball, and really wasn't a D1 athlete. So the opportunity to go to DePaul, enjoy the college life, get a good education, and still play football was the reason I chose to go there.
You sound like my brother Jimmy. He was the stud quarterback, stud point guard, stud pitcher, and first baseman. He did it all, man. I'm like, but obviously when you see the two of us stand next to each other, everybody says, well, Big Daddy got to the kitchen first because he got him by height and weight.
No, Jimmy's the man. They're having a great season over there in Buffalo right now.
Yeah, he got me with the talent, but I got him in the kitchen. But yeah, they're doing great up there, and they're actually on their way down here, so I'll get to see them this weekend.
Yeah.
So anyway, now you leave DePaul University, and what's your next step? What do you do next?
So I actually graduated on a Saturday. I started with the Carolina Panthers on a Monday as a scouting assistant. So that's making highlight tapes, helping out at practice, picking players up at the airport, helping out on game day, just any task that, somebody needed done, you were always available to do whatever it may be. And, just try to prove yourself that you're worthy of being in the organization and proving that, no job or task is too big for you. And you could take on a rather large workload and execute and get the job done. And, that lended to, more trust and dependability from, the Panther staff. And I did that for a year. And then 2002, I guess in 2003, they moved me out to Dallas to scout the Southwest, which I did for 5 years.
Wow, I didn't know that part, but
yeah. So
then,
what they do is, I lived in Dallas. They wanted somebody to live in that area. So, I scouted from Texas all the way up to North Dakota, Colorado, Wyoming, and I had to drive that entire area. So Labor Day weekend every year, I'd leave Dallas. It would take me 2 days to get all the way up to North Dakota, driving, and then I would just kind of work my way back down, over to Colorado, Nebraska, and then, eventually back into Texas, which has a ton of college football in Texas. You can spend almost a month in Texas alone, scouting all the schools down there. But it was a great experience. I got to see, a lot of the country that I would have never been able to see if I wasn't, an NFL scout and driving, all over the country at the time. So it was a great experience for me. And then after that, 2008, I was hired by the Dolphins as a national scout, again, still based in Dallas. And, I scouted the entire country, east to west. Once I started that with Miami, even though I was based in Dallas, I did the entire country, which is great. Good airport. You could get anywhere direct. You could fly direct into Manhattan, Kansas, Madison, Wisconsin, Champaign, Illinois, all the college towns you could fly into. And that really was a good experience for me because now I was evaluating the entire country versus a small pocket of the United States as an area scout. It really expanded my Rolodex of players that I was looking at. So that took me to 2014, and then I moved to Miami as the director of player personnel, which again was a good experience for me from a growth standpoint professionally because I was still doing the college and the pro. So now you got the landscape of everything. So where the draft is deep, where free agency is deep, where you need to find these players. And you knew, if there's any type of problem, you had the solutions, whether it was through the draft or free agency. You were part of those roster building conversations throughout the year, which was great. And then in 2017, I was hired by Brandon Beane as the assistant GM to go up in Buffalo, and was there until just this past January of 2022 when I arrived at the Giants.
Well, listen, I know personally, and I know through a lot of the fans, everyone's so delighted and happy that you're here. The attitude has changed. Winning has brought a lot of change, and there's a lot of excitement in the air about the New York Giants, what you and Brian Daboll are doing, and it's exciting. It's exciting.
No, it is. It's been a lot of fun, and Dave's and I had worked together before, and he did a great job putting a staff together, and players are playing hard. They're competing. They're fighting to the end, playing 60 minutes, and we're finding a way to finish games, which is great. I'm really proud of where the team is right now. We still have 9 games left, so we got a long way to go, but I'm happy the way the guys are playing right now as a team.
It's funny, when I was over at camp visiting this summer, you could see the difference. You could feel the vibe. You could feel the positive energy. So I'm not shocked that you guys are where you're at, because winning, obviously winning brings enthusiasm, but enthusiasm brings winning. And I didn't make that up. I stole that from somebody else. But, you could tell. You could tell.
Yeah, people have said that, and, Dave's and I were aligned in terms of, again, I wasn't here before. We throw around the culture. Like, I don't know what it was like before, but there was a culture that we wanted. And, in terms of, whether it's how you treat people, how you practice, how you prepare for games, our draft process, free agent process, final cut down process, trade deadline process, whatever it was, there's a certain standard that's expected, throughout the organization. And we put a process in place, and guys have been buying in, and it's been a pleasant experience thus far. And again, the way we practice, the way we prepare each week, it's again a testament to the players and the buy-in, and they've seen some results on Sundays, which has been great. And again, Dave's and I were aligned on how we want things to look, and I would say what you saw at training camp was a peek into how we want things to look.
Yeah, no, and again, it's great, and I'm looking forward to coming to the game against the Lions, I believe it is, and seeing that again in person. It's it's fun. It's great, and it's like I said, the mood is outstanding, and people are excited, and keep doing what you're doing.
Fan base has been awesome. The experience of that, MetLife and, the fan base, we go back to that Monday night game against the Cowboys. I mean, the fans have been unbelievable. The energy at the stadium, our players are really feeding off that. I think we're second in the league in terms of, the opposing team having, false starts or pre-snap penalties in our building. So that's a real testament to the fan base, the crowd, the energy they're bringing each week to our games, our home games in MetLife Stadium.
So now 9 games left. Give us a little bit of, you mentioned it before, but tell us a little bit about what's your goal? What are you thinking? What does Joe Schoen feel is a success or isn't one for the last 9 games?
Yeah, I mean, coach talk here. We're really focused on Houston, and that's the way we're built right now. Our average margin of victory is 2.8 points a game. So we got to scratch and claw for 60 minutes. And I say that like we truly are focused on Houston and more of our process over results. So if our guys continue to, like I said earlier, prepare through the week, we've had good practices, guys are doing the right things. And again, they're seeing the results on Sunday. So if we can continue to stack weeks together like that, we'll be in games late. And, again, hopefully we get to the end and make more plays than the opposing team, which we were able to do that, 6 out of our 8 games. And, Sunday against Seattle, we had a couple turnovers, and that's not how we're winning games. So if we continue to, not beat ourselves, take care of business, prepare like pros, like we have been, You know, that's what I'm looking for. That's what I'm looking for. Some days, some teams are just going to be better, and matchups aren't going to be in your favor. You know, it's going to be their good versus maybe our weakness, and that's the way the league is. Sometimes you just don't match up well against certain opponents. But if our guys are doing the right things, they're competing, they know what they're supposed to do, and they're preparing properly, I can live with that.
All right, so now let's talk. The family moves down to New Jersey. How's that all going? How's the transition been?
Yeah, it's been good. So I stayed here by myself for, you know, I got here in January. I was by myself through May. I let my kids finish school in Buffalo, and you know, they moved down once school was over. They go to school pretty late, similar to Jersey and New York. I think are the same in terms of, you know, third week in June they get out of school, and you know, family came over, and it's been an easy transition. My son, you know, again, give a couple kids a basketball or football or baseball, and they can go out and play. I think it's an easy transition for boys. I have a young daughter, you know, she's kind of oblivious to what's going on. And then a daughter that's in high school. So it's a little bit harder when you move over the summer and you don't know anybody. And, you know, it's, you know, all your friends from Buffalo, it's fun time. Everybody's hanging out and doing a lot of fun things over the summer. So it's probably most difficult for her, but we really, you know, we love New Jersey. We love New York. You know, you're close to the city, you're close to the beaches. There's a lot of good golf up here. So it's been a great transition for me and my family. And, you know, the people of Jersey and, you know, New York have been amazing and, you know, very welcoming.
And that's, speaking of golf, obviously we were so blessed and honored to have you at the Big Daddy Celebrity Golf Classic. And, you know, we're already lining up for next year, so I'll let you know when that date is.
Yeah.
You know,
yeah, that was fun. That was a good time.
Everybody already asked me, did you get a date? Did you get a date? I'm like, I'm working on it. I'll make a big announcement. Don't worry. And I'll time it out so OTAs don't get in the way, and, you know,
there you go.
Whatnot.
There you
go. We'll get that going. And then, obviously, look at your incredible outfit that you're wearing. And, okay, I'm going to be a little biased because we are now both style.
We're going to go this way, I think. Yeah,
there we go.
Yeah,
Jack
nice.
Victor. That's right. We're both styled and dressed by Jack Victor. I mean, you can't get any better custom clothing than these guys. They're great people, great family, and they're going to make us look good. And, you know, you have other witnesses there to
yeah, I like their clothes a lot. It's comfortable, stylish, you know, looks good. Wear it on game day, can wear it out to dinner, casual, you know, whatever. You can wear it with a lot of different occasions. So, yeah, I'm a big Jack Victor fan.
Yeah, well, we got to, now, you know, that the winter is coming, we'll be seeing our boy Nelson pretty quickly here to work on our winter wardrobe. You know,
yeah, is he going to the Dallas game?
They're sending some people from.
I got you.
Yeah, they got all
great.
that. They're going to be down there, and but you and I will be making a visit into New York City pretty soon. We'll figure out our schedules and theirs, and go see our friends over at Jack Victor.
Give me a call.
So, yeah, I will. I will.
Let me know.
I will definitely let you know. I'll be reaching out to Nelson real soon and let him know that we're ready and on our way.
That's awesome. Yeah, that's great.
So, all right. So listen, we had a great time. Joe, I appreciate you taking the time to join me. And
thanks for having me.
Yeah, and to all you fans out there, make sure you follow the Giants. Make sure you cheer for Joe Schoen, Brian Daboll, the whole team, because they have turned around the culture, and it is a winner. I can't wait to see the rest of the way and the things going forward in the years to come. So, again, Joe, thank you for being on Big Daddy and Friends.